Last time, Lex Luthor had imported a pair of creatures from the planet Luminia to help him defeat Superman. These guys are made of pure laser light, just go with it, and incinerate anything they touch, except Superman. Luthor has made himself a kryptonite pendant so Superman can't get too close to him, but even so it's a standoff because he can't do anything to Superman. But he'll do the next best thing. He captures Jimmy Olsen and ties him to a railroad bridge. He's put a landmine under Jimmy so that when Superman rescues him, the bridge will blow up and the oncoming train will plunge into the canyon. This is what Luthor calls fun.
But suddenly, the Man of Steel's super hearing picks up Luthor's smug comment.
Watch when he lifts the boy. The trestle will blow up.
Blow up? Great Scott.
First, he needs to save the train.
Spotting an abandoned railroad spur on the bluff, the Man of Steel rips up a section of track and streaks toward his young friend. Don't move, Jimmy.
He's bound head to toe with ropes and there's a bomb under him. I don't think he has any plans to. He does the thing making a little bridge over Jimmy, even though he didn't have time to attach the pieces of the track to each other, so it's just as likely the train hit the gap in the rails and went flying into the canyon anyway, but it's a cartoon, so it works. Now he needs to call upon all his expertise and knowledge to keep the bomb from exploding. You wouldn't believe how many night classes he had to take to learn how to do that.
Foiled again by the Man of Steel.
Since Superman cannot harm us, we will waste no more time on Superman.
Listen, you incandescent idiot. I'm running this show. Hey, now wait a minute. No, don't!
All they have to do is touch you and you're off to the promised land, while you can threaten them with harsh words. Might want to rethink who's in charge. Quick. He has one of those new modular helicopters that disassembles in 5 minutes or less for easy transport. Right now, he's more focused on transporting himself. Superman is enjoying watching the foot race, but he knows he has to rescue Luthor if he's ever to get rid of these guys. But first he has to remove that kryptonite.
Now to get rid of it.
Do yourself a favor, take those guys back to Luthor's hideout and have them do that to his whole stash. He seems to own all the kryptonite in the world, so you can dispose of it in one swell foop.
Thanks, Superman. I'll see that Luthor is placed in a maximum security cell block.
No, please, Inspector. There's no maximum security against those Luminians.
I'm afraid that's true, Inspector.
Let me work with Superman. I'm sure together we can come up with some way to stop them.
They'll work together all right, though it's a bit of an unequal partnership. The Luminians are at Luthor's observatory preparing to call for 100 more guys to help deal with this planet. As quick as night falls and Luminia rises in the sky, their army will be here.
If somehow you could block Luminia's light before it hits our atmosphere...
We could prevent them from importing more Luminians. Away!
As I said, an unequal partnership. Lex thinks of something and Superman does all the work. On the other hand, how many of us would love to see Lex try something like this?
Now, back to Earth.
He adjusted that asteroid so that at exactly the right time it'll eclipse Luminia and cut off the source of these guys' power.
You see, Luthor?
We have lost our power.
Forever. As long as you're on this planet, you'll remain dark and powerless.
Luminia's light will never again reach Earth.
Have mercy. We are sorry. Send us back to Luminia.
If we can't be the top dogs, we'd rather go back to our kennel. Talk about sour grapes. Our plan to conquer the world failed, but we could conceivably make decent lives here as regular citizens. Forget that. Either we make the rules of the game or we take our ball and go home. Fine, go home. May it always be so with dictator wannabes. Send them packing. If they decide to go off in a corner and suck their thumb, toss them a bottle of hand sanitizer. That way they can try to get drunk at the same time. They're on their way back to Luminia. It's a simple matter for Superman to move the asteroid long enough for them to go by, then put it back in place.
Now is my chance to escape. Superman, back so soon?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he wants to know how you changed your suit so quickly. Not to mention why. The Luminians are back where they belong, and so is Luthor. All is well.
Luminians? But how? Relax, Mr. Kent. Beanie and I are trying out some of the latest fashions. Clothes that glow in the dark. Do you like them? Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, all is not well because I don't have one of those suits. I'm not sure what I'd do with it, but I want one anyway. It's the principle of the thing. And besides, making Clark freak out a little like that is its own reward. Hey friends, if you enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up button and let me and YouTube know it. If you're not subscribed yet, you know what to do. And remember, you can become a patron of this channel for as little as $2 a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.